I'm trying to win the 2026 World Cup with my own national team, Poland. Poland only achieved 2 third places back in 1974 and 82, and I think it's finally time to bring this nation to the top of football. Except we have a problem we have to tackle first. Can you see Poland in this World Cup's bracket? Me neither. We did not make it to the World Cup at all. We lost to Sweden in the playoff. So my target is not to win the World Cup. Not yet, at least. We first have to go back to August 2025 and finish the qualifiers. It kind of resembles real life, as the manager Michał Probierz was sacked in June following a drama with captain Robert Lewandowski and was replaced by Jan Urban. Not in this universe though. We're the ones taking charge of Poland and to have a very simple mission. Let's change history and make it to the World Cup and then try to win it. So, let's set up our squad. Of course, I'm going to rely on Poland's best players and just focus on getting the results. The players who will play the key part in this journey are a Porto centre-back pairing of Jan Bednarek and Jakub Kiwior, the midfield playmaker Piotr Zieliński, and of course, Poland's greatest striker, Robert Lewandowski, who for some reason moved to Napoli. They will be joined by the list of players you can see on your screen right now. But what about our tactic? I'm bringing on a classic 4-2-3-1. There's nothing complicated here, just play your best football and see what happens. For some reason, the game simulated the results of the first qualifying games on its own, and turns out Poland won 1-0 over Finland back in June, despite losing this game in real life. So the situation in our qualifying group changed a little bit. We're now level on points with the Netherlands, with Finland trailing right behind. The winners of the group will get a ticket for the World Cup, and the second team goes to the playoffs. Of course, we want to win this group, and so it's time for our debut. Against the Netherlands. Of course, not even a warm-up before that. We're kicking off with the big game. This match against the Netherlands and the other in their place are the most important games of this qualifying group. And turns out we start by losing a header in the 4th minute. Oh, it's the sellout! Frimpong gets past Zalewski. It's not looking good because Frimpong got past him again to the middle, to Zieliński. Sends it long to Robert. Robert has a chance on 1v1 against the keeper. That was way off goal. Robert Lewandowski gets a free kick in front of the area. It's about 23 meters out and he makes a strike. Frankie de Jong, who has a chance to make a long shot, that hits the post. Xavi got past Zalewski. It's not looking good because Gakpo won the header. The Netherlands are sitting back. They know they have the lead and we have the opportunities, we have the chances. Skóraś, what a pass to Zieliński. He's on a 1v1 and this low strike finds the net. It's 1-0. Pietuszewski, still a terrible pass. I don't know how did Gakpo go there. Justin Kluivert has been miles off sight. Or not. We're practically losing because Wdowik lost possession, gave the ball away way too cheaply, and now it results in the Netherlands launching probably the final blow as Justin Kluivert scores the second. Despite the hope we had thanks to Zieliński's goal, we'll most likely finish our qualifying group in second. Unless a miracle happens. But for now, let's just focus on rounding up the qualifiers and seeing where this leads us. For the second qualifying match in this challenge, we took on Malta. Just 8 minutes in, Piotr Zieliński made a turn and opened up the scoring. However, our start to the national team journey is a struggle. Irving Cardona equalized literally 7 minutes later. We then wasted a few more chances, and in the second half, Malta nearly scored again. We had to rely on Adam Buksa getting pushed in the penalty box, which led to a penalty converted by Buksa himself. Thanks to that goal, we won, but we barely won. We're genuinely struggling. One man that I also think is struggling is Robert Lewandowski. He's losing headers and not really getting into any chances, and I'm afraid we might want to put him on the bench. I also decided to call up Iwi Lopez for the first time. The long-serving Raków Częstochowa midfielder is now able to play for Poland, at least according to the game, and I decided to capitalize on that opportunity. Iwi Lopez started the game against Lithuania on the bench. This match was much easier than the one against Malta. Piotr Zieliński opened up the scoring, and Robert Lewandowski woke up and doubled it. 60 minutes in, I brought in Iwi Lopez, and he almost scored from the very first opportunity. With the game coming to an end, Adam Buksa matched Robert Lewandowski's form and scored from close range. This 3-0 win will only build us up for the rest of the qualifiers. In October, we also had a friendly against Uzbekistan. There, I gave a starting 11 slot for both Iwi Lopez and Adam Buksa. We were absolutely demolished by the Uzbeks in this match. 4-1 in our home game is an absolutely embarrassing result, and I'm glad it's just a friendly. But will it hurt our morale before the two most important games of the group? In November, we're going to play Finland and the Netherlands. We already guaranteed our slot in the playoffs, but I still think there's a chance of walking away from this group as winners. All we have to do is to win both games and hopefully score enough goals to get ahead of the Netherlands on goal difference. We first hosted Finland, and from both sides, the shooting was awful. And what's worse, it continued in the second half. Piotr Zieliński even managed to miss a practically open goal, and Michał Skóraś hit his header straight to the crossbar. And guess who came to the rescue? Robert Lewandowski, who I brought in from the bench, got a long ball sent by Kamil Grosicki and gave us a win with a low volley. We struggled so much in this game, and our best player saved us from losing valuable points. And now it's time for the final game of the group, Netherlands away. To win this group, we have to win this match. If that happens, what will decide who gets the direct World Cup ticket is the goal difference. Because of that, we have to win 5-0. And did you know you can also help it happen? You only need to press the subscribe button. And I also use this moment to thank you so much for reaching 4,000 subscribers.
To Frimpong in the penalty area, who gets past Zalewski and Cody Gakpo from a first-time rebound. As it's a throw-in to the Dutch's penalty area, Lewandowski to Kamiński. That's a miss. Simons is in the area, gets past Damian Szymański, who concedes a penalty. I hope Kamil Grabara shows up and actually saves it. Depay scores. He's looking for an opportunity to give Dutch the third goal. And he gets past Bartłomiej Wdowik really easily. Szymański tries to win the ball, but it goes to Timber. And Timber scores the third. 12 minutes to go. The Netherlands are looking for the fourth. And Xavi Simons is going to give them just that. By the way, that was spectacular.
Looks like we're going to the playoffs. And then we'll have to go for a semi-final and then the final in order to go to North America. The question is, what does our ladder look like? Who will try to stand in our way?
We're going to play Wales in the semi-final. And who are we playing in the final itself? Romania or Norway?
It's March 2026. This means it's finally time for the World Cup playoffs. The two games that will determine whether or not we'll go to the big stage. We're about to take on Wales in the semi-final before potentially facing Romania or Norway in the final. I did not make any changes to our main squad. This is our lineup for the crucial part of this challenge. I hope the players I've chosen will play their best and lead us to the tournament. This is our one and only chance to make it. That's the nature of this challenge. So let's go and qualify for the World Cup.
And now David Brooks gets the ball. Wilson. And he opens up the scoring. Oh my days. Kamiński on the left. He's got this time. He's got the space. He's got the pass to Oskar Pietuszewski on the right, who makes a cut inside. Iwi Lopez is there. We pass back to Matikasz Lewandowski. Skóraś back to Wdowik. Delivers a cross to Grosicki's head. We equalize in this World Cup playoff. Zieliński wins the ball back, and now Michał Skóraś has the ball on the left and now starts a solo run. He's gone away from Roberts, and now he's looking for a cross in the penalty area. Robert just going to the penalty area or something. Michał Skóraś still there, still going solo, only to be cleared. Kamil Grosicki on the right. First touch cross, Robert Lewandowski. Brilliant first touch. Makes a pass back to Moder. Wilson, Harris gets to the header. We've had hope. We've still got like 12 minutes to go. It's still going on. Lewandowski has a chance. And he doesn't convert it. But, come on Drew, that's a foul. That's clearly a foul. Loses possession, but Szymański is there to win it back. Skóraś has a chance. He makes a far post strike. We're back on level terms. And now, we've got yet another counter upon us. Lewandowski has a chance. It's the 91st minute winner for Robert Lewandowski. Although it could be off. We'll wait for the referee. What a strike from Lewandowski. And it's off. The ball was in the back of the net at least. Extra time. Fantastic ball to Kamil Grosicki. Kamil actually feels great on the right side. Lewandowski, please tell me you haven't been offside again. Lewandowski has been off, I can already tell that. A Welsh opportunity. Long shot that has been saved by Stolarczyk, that's great. Wdowik. Linetti makes a left-footed shot, but Frankowski gets to it and he scores potentially the winning goal against Wales. We are in the World Cup playoff final. We are one game away from making it to the main tournament. Cannot wait to see how are we going to fare against either Romania or Norway. Whoever wins this match is going to be cinema already. I think this is where the highlight ends, although I will not mind if we continue on, because Lewandowski, for the 75th time in this playoff, is offside. Now Kamiński back to Zalewski. And the Atalanta wingback is here to deliver across to Robert Lewandowski. And this time he's not offside. We're taking the lead. Kaldau gets past two of our defenders, but Stolarczyk is there to make a save. He's on the left side. Makes a 10. And now goes back to Banku, who makes a pass to Cikaldau, and Petrila equalizes. Now I've got to encourage our boys. Mindless pressure from Romania, just to make sure we have enough pressure to maybe lose the ball, but we're not. Zalewski delivers across. Ivi Lopez with the header! That was so close! It looks like we're having at least 30 more minutes of action. Muntanu creates a chance for Romania, and he makes a brilliant stand. Stolarczyk, however, with an easy catch. That's great. Muntanu, Cikaldau, and wow, Petrila's missed it. Let's begin. Penalty shootout. As Moder scores while I was trying to set up the camera, so what am I doing? Basically, what am I doing? Cordeas just missed, and I didn't even see that. Ivi Lopez scores, and Cikaldau has not been stopped by Stolarczyk, although Stolarczyk went to the right spot. Sebastian, well, that wasn't a good shot at all. That wasn't good. Can Stolarczyk stop him for the second time? He does! What a fantastic save from Stolarczyk. Kamil, this is your chance. And we're going to the 2026 World Cup. And Kamil Grosicki, the deciding taker, sends us to North America.
Welcome to the 2026 World Cup. We've changed the course of football history and made it to the main tournament. Now, let's do one more change and actually try to win the whole thing. But to do that, we first have to make a decision. 26 decisions to be exact. We need to select 26 players who will go to North America with us. In the middle of May, I have decided to call up 38 players in total. All 38 players have a chance of playing in the most important tournament of their careers. But I have to cross out 12 of them. To help in that process, we played a friendly match against Hungary. We lost this game 2-1, but at least Ivi Lopez can say he scored his first Poland goal. The Judgment Day came on May 31st. And so, here's our entire World Cup squad.
The biggest shock may be the lack of Atalanta's Nikola Zalewski. Unfortunately, the left back got heavily injured nearing the end of the season, and so Michał Karbownik from Hertha will replace him.
Before the tournament, we played two more friendlies, against Senegal and Portugal. In a match against the former, we initially took the lead 3 minutes in. What a magnificent goal it was, by the way. But by the final whistle, we lost 2-1. A rotated squad against Portugal fared much better. Or to be exact, Adrian Benedicak fared much better, as his brace helped us come back from a 2-0 result all while we were down to 10 men. There's one slight problem though. Michał Karbownik, our substitute left back, got an injury in that match. I could call up a replacement though, and that replacement is Lex young left back Michał Gurgul. Also, why did Club Brugge invite me for a job interview? What on earth was your thinking process there in Belgium? It's literally the World Cup. Anyways, finally, we're setting off to America. We landed in Group D, where we're going to play South Korea, the co-hosts United States, and Sweden. Poland plays against the former two in the 2002 World Cup, which, long story short, ended up in a disaster despite the expectations of us literally winning the whole thing. There's also a chance for revenge against Sweden, who qualified over Poland for the 2026 World Cup in real life. And the Swedes are going to be our very first opponents in the group. How far can we go in this tournament? Leave your predictions in the comments down below. I'm quite confident we can make it to the knockouts, but winning it all? Let's just say I'd prefer to take the small steps first. The first small step is to beat Sweden.
Son back to Ivi Lopez. Makes a pass to Zieliński, and Robert Lewandowski tried to win this rebound. Ivi Lopez will try to make a cross. Or as usual, pass it back to Cash. Zieliński has been blocked. Lopez has a chance, he's in the area. Can he open up the scoring? Wow. Lopez gets past Svensson. Pietuszewski has a chance. He's in the penalty area and he scores. Wdowik gets the chance now in the penalty area. Zieliński. Benedicak. That's 2-0. Karlström is in the penalty area. Makes a pass to Bergvall. Karlström. We almost won the ball here, but he sends it to Gyökeres, who misses a chance, thankfully. We have to really watch out in the final minutes as Gyökeres gets the ball sent. Kiwior does not get to it. And Viktor Gyökeres with another wasted chance. We round up our first game of the 2026 World Cup with a 2-0 victory over Sweden. South Korea, our second opponent. South Korea lost their opening game of this World Cup against the US in the 95th minute. Kamiński with Wdowik made a 1-2, and Kamiński now cuts inside. Moder Strike! We take the lead over South Korea. But remember, this is the World Cup. Every second here matters. We cannot relax for one bit. Park Sun-guk, Kwang Bin. I'm quite worried that the South Koreans could actually do something here. And they do again. We pass to Pietuszewski. Gets past the defender. And he will not double our lead, unfortunately. What a ball sent to Lee Dong-gyun, who equalizes, unfortunately. Bartłomiej Wdowik, who gets past the defender. And Buksa wins the header. We're back in the lead over South Korea.
We're pretty much guaranteed to play in the knockouts after just 2 group stage games. Quite a nice change of football history if you ask me. But can we win the entire group? Let's find out with the third match against the co-hosts USA.
Wdowik with a brilliant pass to Sebastian Szymański, who's got plenty of space. And we take the lead over the US. Is by the byline and makes a cut inside, passes it to Sebastian Szymański. As Malik Tillman gets the ball on 1v1 against Stolarczyk, who didn't even try defending for some reason. Ball sent to Pepi and Walukiewicz. What were you doing there? Were you sleeping? Aronson, he's on the left side, and the US will be striking it for the third time. Makes a pass back to Walukiewicz, who's already messed up something massively today. Now he sends a ball to Pietuszewski, who passed it to Buksa, but that was offside anyway. Pietuszewski now sends it to Zieliński on the right side, and Zieliński has a chance to make a cross to Kamiński, and that's 3-2. Kamiński sends it long to Pietuszewski. What a pass, what a rotation of the ball. Buksa scores an equalizer. However, we have to wait because Clement Turpin says that our striker could have been off, and I think he was indeed. No, he wasn't! We equalized against the US in the 93rd minute. Absolute cinema right here.
I loved our performance at the end of this third match. This is what won us the Group D, just ahead of Sweden, who demolished South Korea 4-0. The reward for it? The knockout stages. The question is, who are we going to play in the round of 32?
We are going to play against Indonesia in the round of 32. And whoever wins it meets England in the round of 16. The bigger problem is that, as you can see, Robert Lewandowski is injured. And
we will have to finish this adventure without our star striker. This is possibly the worst ending possible for Robert. And now we have to continue our mission without him. Let's take on Indonesia and see if we've got what it takes to equal our result from the 2022 World Cup in Qatar.
Pietuszewski loses the ball to Verdonk, however quickly wins it back, and now delivers a cross, and Adam Buksa is dead. No one wins the header though, and Bartłomiej Wdowik has the ball and sends it back to Pietuszewski. First touch cross, and from close range Sebastian Szymański opens up the scoring against Indonesia, and we take the lead. Back to Gurgul, who's taken his time. Moder, long shot, low one. Ivi Lopez has been fouled in the penalty area, as the referee says it's a pen. Ivi Lopez has a chance to double our lead, which he does. Ivi Lopez with a pass to Krzysztof Piątek, bottom corner strike. However, I'm afraid this was offside. Yeah, it was. I can already see the referee. As Poland reaches the round of 16 of the 2026 World Cup, we are actively changing the course of history, and in the next round, it could be our last, but we're going to play a big game against England. Pietuszewski on the right side of the pitch. He gets past the defender. Back to Cash. A pass to Szymański. Kamiński almost opened up the scoring. In real life, many of these players, Foden or Trent or Cole Palmer, did not make it to the World Cup, but here they are. And Bukayo Saka was the one who tried to score, however, a great block from Bartłomiej Wdowik. Kane to Cole Palmer. It's not looking good. Cole has a chance and he had to score it. Reece James. Back to Saka. Wdowik tried to win the ball back, but he did not. And Bukayo Saka hits the post. Palmer. He makes a long shot. He makes an attempt. Why are we still going on? Genuinely. Bukayo Saka from a corner, and Harry Kane made a header. Stolarczyk dived into it. Harry Kane makes a pass to Cole Palmer. I was waiting for him to make a long shot, but he passes it to Saka. And I think it's over. Frankowski, Szymański. The other Szymański. Zieliński with a goal. We're just going all out in those final 5 minutes. Yeah, there will be no miracle.
Well, it's the end of our road in this year's World Cup. We equaled our results from 4 years prior, but we still have to say we did not complete the challenge. Still, it's a decent result, and if it happened in real life, it would be something to build on. Maybe if Lewandowski wasn't injured, we would have gone past England. But I guess that's something we'll not get to find out. In case you're wondering, England finished the World Cup in 3rd place, defeating Argentina 4-1 to get it. And in the World Cup final played between France and Germany, it was the Germans who opened up the scoring, but Leblanc quickly bounced back and won the entire tournament. Thank you for watching this quite chaotic video. I still hope you enjoyed it, and if that's the case, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll be very grateful for that. Is France going to win the World Cup in real life? That's something I don't know yet, but I decided to find out if it could happen by simulating the 2026 World Cup 100 times. The results were insane, and the video about it is on your screen right now.